smile on your face and a song in your heart. This is where you're meant to be. Make a wish upon a star. The magic is here. It's here for you and me. Take a magical carpet ride. Travel to Neverland. Just believe that you can. Let your conscience be your guide. 'Cause it's there inside. If you believe today that it's possible tomorrow, let your heart guide the way, and all your dreams will follow. Doesn't matter where you are, 'cause the spark is in your heart. Wherever you go, you can hide.
Zip-a-Dee-Doo-dah, zip-a-dee-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day.
Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zip-a-dee-doo-dah, zip-a-dee-yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactual.
Zip-a-dee-doo-dah, zip-a-dee-yay.
Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Zip-a-dee-doo-dah. Oh, zip-a-dee-doo-dah.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome in. It is Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday. And for me, it's Friday. I am off the rest of the week until next Tuesday. So let the party weekend begin. Let's start saying hello to people. Hello, Dave. Welcome in, Dave. Carol, how are you? Miss Jennifer Caruso. Yeah, coming up here to see the baby soon. Hey, Ron. Ron, chicken wings tonight or no? No chicken wings? I'm sure you ate chicken wings sometime today. Samantha, how are you, dear? Francisco. Garrett, Monarch Moments. And Michelle, welcome in. Okay, you're only listening. That means I won't get some bad questions for Amy. Movie Mania Nick, hello. How you doing, Nick? Still scrolling. John Surfbomb, welcome in. And oh my goodness, look who it is. It's Peter Pan himself. What's up, buddy? So welcome in, everybody. This is Hump Day Hangout. We just get together and hang out, chit-chat, just to kind of stay up to date with everybody and have some fun. And as you heard me say earlier, this is my Friday, so I am off. So it's going to be a good time. I'm here all alone. Belinda and Dakota went to see a friend's concert in one of the schools, but I have obligations right here. My other producer is sound asleep on the ottoman, so she isn't going to do much good. Waiting for Miss Amy to join. And for those of you who weren't in there, I won the Wednesday night trivia tonight. I am the champion tonight. There was a lot of movie questions, so go figure I'm good at that. Playing fetch with the dogs and just listening. Oh, Dave. Here, Dave, I got to show you. If you guys see, there's my I don't think you can play fetch with her. That's what she does 22 and a half hours a day. That's all she does. She's old. Her hearing's starting to go, we think. So, I know I'm Donald and Mickey. They're always with me. Donald, I promise. Ron Caruso is not going to talk about eating duck tonight. So, okay. I know Amy finished her stream, so we're just waiting for her. So let me go back to the chat. Actually, twice today. Oh my goodness, Ron, twice for wings today. Come on, you gotta expand your palate. You got wings and what do you got? You eat crab legs, shrimp. What else? What else do you eat constantly? Aunt Julie. Hello, Aunt Julie. Aunt Julie, I got to get you on here. I'm going to message you. Maybe next Wednesday. Yeah, Dave. She is a cutie. She's Daddy's little baby. Anybody would try to hurt her, let me tell you. I'd protect her faster than my other kids. Casey's hot dogs. Don't forget those dogs. Yes. Let me tell you, I ordered that for Ron. I ordered Ron one of the foot-long hot dogs at Casey's Corner on, what was it, Saturday. And, you know, because Jennifer never feeds them. You know, she'll let them starve. And I ordered him one, and let me tell you how good that looked. Oh, my goodness. What do you think? Is that a full pound hot dog? Or is it a half pound? I couldn't even tell you. It was so big. Had KFC nuggets. They're equal to Chick-fil-A. Huh, really? That was a huge hot dog, and he ate it all. He did eat it all. He even ate all the French fries. Well, you didn't even let him get breakfast that day, Jennifer. With all the fixins. I thought you just put mustard on it. So where did Peter Pan go? Where's he at? For those of you who don't know, Peter Pan is my best friend Aaron from high school. He's practically my only friend from high school. But, you know, we've stayed close through the years. And there ain't nothing I wouldn't do for that man. Oh, my Doug. He is a big boy. We had a free breakfast at our hotel. He just had to go and get. So he did eat. Oh, he didn't go get it. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Well, so Jennifer, you guys are flying up here tomorrow, right? Come see the baby. What does Blaine mean, John? Oh, and there she is. Okay, let me get her in here. Hey,
Hey, hello everyone.
what's happening?
Not much, just quick changeover, and then I'm like, oh, where's the link? No,
I had
it's
to get my makeup done.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
told
why I was
everybody.
like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna leave.
Yeah, and that last question got me it.
Yeah. Yep.
But no, when you told me that I was tied, I was like, oh, all right, I'll stay.
Yep.
Oh, is Steamboat Stevie here? Steamboat Stevie is here. You get in 11:30 tomorrow night, Ron.
Oh, wow, that's
goodness.
late.
Wow. That's me. So yeah, I told everybody I won the trivia tonight. So
That's good.
Jennifer says there's some background noise.
Might be. I'll take off the headphones, and then if there's a problem, because it might be these headphones.
Oh, it went away. Can't hear you.
Oh, if I unmute there,
There you are.
better. Hopefully, there's not going to be backfeed or whatever.
Oh, that's okay. It's for everybody coming in. I'm sure most of you know this is Amy AJC Magic TV. She does Wednesday night trivias on her channel. She also streams from Disney when she's there, and she also streams from local parks, Kennywood, Idlewild. I
Up in
think,
Erie and some of the zoos.
yeah, and you're planning on going to Cedar Point, right?
Maybe, I'm not sure this weekend. I know I had tried to apply for a possible media event, but I didn't check my email yet to see if I got chosen up there. I got the feedback now.
Okay. Hi, Verna Marie. Welcome in. And Rally Creative Travel. Hello. See if there's anybody else. Nope, we're caught up. So, last weekend you streamed a little bit from Kennywood.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I saw you had the gimbal that time. So they didn't say anything about the gimbal?
No, and I had seen a guy the night before with a gimbal, but it was a different style. And I kind of was asking them, and they just asked, like, does it extend or whatever? So I thought, okay, maybe I'll try it. I'm willing to take it to my car if it doesn't,
So their policy is basically the same as Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
And
good.
that gentleman said, does it extend? No. And I said, I don't plan on going on any rides at all. So I did not. I
How would
only
you know?
rode after my stream, or my nephew held the stream.
Carol said she hopes you're selected for the media event at Cedar Point.
Yeah, they're doing a food festival this weekend. I know Tony tried, but he said he didn't get an email from them. So
what do they do? Is it like a lottery or something?
yeah, I think so. All the different creators that could apply and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. So, as far as Kennywood goes, I saw you held the phone on the whip a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Now, if you have it on the gimbal, you're not allowed any rides, correct?
No. In fact, I really shouldn't have been holding the phone on the whip, but I figured, well, when I got on, I just kind of held it down.
Okay.
But they really tell you in their rules, like for the park, and I saw on certain signs it says no photographs, whether you have it strapped in or whatever. So no GoPros, nothing on any of the rides. So,
Oh wow, not even a GoPro.
no.
And see, right, that kind of, I think it kind of hurts them a little bit because you'd be given like free advertising.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Disneyland and Disney World have never changed that.
Yeah.
Because they look at all the free publicity they get.
Yeah.
And it just brings more people to the parks. Now, there are some, I believe, Disneyland Japan, and
Yeah, they have a rule.
Is it Shanghai? Is it China? They're not allowed to stream.
I think, yeah, it's Shanghai, because I remember somebody was streaming for another channel, and because they were in school over in Shanghai, and they were asked, they did show some of it, but then got asked to turn off the camera. So they did, because they didn't want to get in trouble,
Oh, Regina's not up in the air anymore today. Awesome.
Just got home from airport a little while ago. Traffic was horrible.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Dave's,
traffic pretty
Dave's
horrible.
back.
Hello, Dave.
Now Dave's around this area.
Yes, Cranberry area north of
That's
me.
right. Yeah.
I've gone through Cranberry a couple times and told him I was up around there and let me know, but I know he was probably out running errands and missed that. So hopefully one of these days, if I know I'm definitely going up that way, I'll send a message.
Yeah. I tell you, and just watching your streams from Kennywood, anybody that's ever been to Kennywood, they have really changed it in the last, I'd say, 3 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new rides. There's a lot of new. They've kind of gave it a facelift.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah. I think when they first got sold, they were sold to like a Spanish company and
Mhm.
stuff. And the park was kind of like, and people were getting upset because it wasn't being taken care of. And there is a lot of history. Kennywood is 125 years old. It started out as a trolley picnic park, and then somebody came up with the idea, let's put in a Ferris wheel or a merry-go-round, and then it kind of grew. And I think that's where people were getting kind of upset. And I think the hands changed from this Spanish company to another type of company that owns amusement parks because they own the other parks at the Lake Compounds up in Connecticut.
Okay.
And of course, they bought Idlewild and Sandcastle with the Kennywood Park because those three are all owned together.
Now tell me if I've heard in the past, from Kennywood a long time ago, like, before I was even born, that they had either the largest pool in the country or the largest pool in the state at
They
one
had a
time.
giant swimming pool, and I know my mom will talk about that. I know when I was a kid, I remember a pool there. We never got to go there, but I do remember a swimming pool. And then as the years and wanting to put in rides, things changed there. That's where the laser loop ended up going in. Hello, Garrett Monarch Moments.
Yeah,
No
he's
problem.
yeah. I can't wait to talk to Garrett to see how much trouble Scooby got in
Yeah,
for tearing up his Funkos.
Funko Pops. He put them in jail.
What's going here?
Yeah.
Christopher's family. What's going on in here? Do I need a membership? Yes, it is $500 a week, Chris, for you.
Welcome in, Curtis family.
Justin, hello. How are you, Justin? So yeah, you talked about the last company that owned it, and that was when I was going. And I was the same thing. I was disappointed. It was really run down. It was really dirty.
Yeah.
They were not taking care of it all. And the same thing goes for Idlewild.
Yeah.
I quit going to Idlewild for a while because it had gotten just so awful.
Yeah.
I mean, then the new company bought it. I know they added the big wave pool up at Idlewild. They added a bunch of other things as well. I just wish they would get more rides at Idlewild.
Yeah, it would be. I wish they would too.
They got that whole back section across the creek. They have Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and all the kiddie land. But then if you go to the right, they have that baseball field.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many acres of land
They
back
could
there.
do a few more things.
Yeah, I mean, I've said that since I was young. I mean,
And see, that's the thing, like with Idlewild, there are parks throughout Pennsylvania that Idlewild could actually grow from. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of Del Grosso's Park, but it used to be another name years and years ago. But Del Grosso's sponsors it and own it, and it's up near State College between Altoona and State College. But Idlewild's pretty much the same size, and they have like sort of a wild mouse ride, and all these different other things that, like you said, they could add on to it. And
I did see that place. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And even Conneaut Lake Park that used to be,
yeah,
they had more rides and they were
yeah,
way smaller.
yeah, yeah. Hey, the Curtis family. Yes, he. It's in the mail. He
Yeah,
said,
it's in the mail, Chris. Oh, there's Tony.
"Hello,
Fantastic
Tony."
Chronicles.
Yes,
Uh,
the kangaroo is back. The only complaint I have with the kangaroo is, but I understand they made the bar, the safety bar, and it's pretty tight. And I look at some people that are like bigger than me, like getting on there, and I'm thinking that's got to be crunching your stomach and hardly breathing. Because I know
yeah,
when I got on it at one time, and it was really close to everything. I was just like, okay, I'll ride it a couple times, but that's about it. If
yeah. I don't know. The kangaroo always made me
but
have to
yeah.
go to the bathroom.
And this past like off season, they repainted a lot of the buildings, and they started that kind of last season, getting everyone excited. They're putting in the Permane brothers. They had a setback, which you probably heard. They had like a little fire of the building, but now it's the building's all built and stuff. Now it's just finishing up everything. But they painted all the buildings and the rides and updated lights and different
Yeah.
things. So
I know it looked really good when you were there the other day.
yeah,
Hey, Justin, I will be there in June. I'll be down in Florida in June, so make sure you got your notifications on because I already got some lives already scheduled, and I'm going to be doing a lot more. So make sure you keep up on that. As far as Aaron goes, Peter Pan 89, he worked at Kennywood
yeah, I did too.
as a summer job. And let me tell you, he had the easiest job in the whole park. What do you think it was?
Probably in security. I don't know.
He drove a golf cart around the
Ah,
park with
the
the stuffed
garbage man.
the snow. He
Ah,
delivered the stuffed animals to all the games.
okay. That would be an easy job. I worked at Kennywood in the late '80s, early
He was,
'90s.
yeah, he was there early 90s.
Yeah,
Yep. So, yep, but he always bragged on how easy it was. Barely being able to breathe.
yeah. I remember the ice guys, the ice truck that they had, and the garbage litter getter, and all that too. I worked there too, and Sandcastle. Yeah, I could have worked at Sandcastle, but I turned that down whenever that first opened because I actually was working at Kennywood when they were opening Sandcastle, and they were asking different employees if they wanted to go down there and work. Cedar Point has been buckling people tighter in since last year. I think it's all because of the Icon Park exit. Yeah, I know at Cedar Point on the seatbelts, they actually have like an extra safety measure, and it's so you can't pull the seatbelt all the way across, and it goes right to that end. And there's still like a whole other inch if they didn't have that, then you would get at least a little more room on the seatbelt there. And I've seen some people struggling because of that. I was surprised too, because usually, like when I get on the Kennywood rides, I'll pull it all the way out and then I'll tighten it. You know, but you can't do that at the
Dave said Dave worked there too. I guess
okay.
I guess I'm the only one that never worked at
You
Kenny.
work there.
Chris says I'm only charging him $500 to hang out in June. Listen, I'm going to tell you first off, Chris, I am not getting on Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
It is not happening, and it's not that I'm scared. It's the whole seat
Back
thing.
thing.
Yeah, you are not getting this fat butt in that little seat. So, not going to happen. Penny Arcade. Yeah, the Penny Arcade.
Yeah, they actually, I don't know if they're working on the back part of the Penny Arcade or what they're doing, but they kind of cut the arcade in half and
Where
so
did
it's
they?
not as deep right now. So I don't know if they're doing something with that or they just shortened it.
Small world it is. Hey, and Chris, on that one, if you get me and Steve in there, we have to sit on opposite sides so we balance out
Don't
the
flip
boat.
the boat.
Even though the water's what, 2 feet deep? So
I remember I was on Pirates one time and with a whole group of people and they let us fill the boat, but then it kind of got stuck right in the between going down the hill and stuck at the top of the hill. Like we had to rock the boat down.
Ron says Del Grosso's amusement park is the one north of Ottawa.
Yes. Yes. I actually,
Hi, Diana.
the building that I work in now, I met a coworker who is an American coaster enthusiast, and they actually had different meets, and she would tell me about it and which ones that I could go as a guest. And they did one to. It's no longer an actual amusement park, but they did keep the roller coaster, and then the oldest roller coaster at Lakemont Park, and then like miniature golf and a couple other rides open. Now it's kind of an open family park, and they did Lakemont Park and Del Grosso's. So that's how I remember Del Grosso's as a kid, but it was called Bland Park because when we would go up to State College.
Okay, yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah.
But Al, real quick, my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. Love
Hello,
you.
Mom.
She wanted me to tell you that she really enjoyed your interview the last time and she was excited for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
She loves it because, especially now that we're talking about Kennywood, because,
Yeah.
you know, she grew up with it.
Yeah, Kenny, I saw Jennifer Caruso talking about it is a fun park. It had a great arcade. I remember all the stuff like it's called the Kenny Arcade, but they had the penny machines and all, you know, the movie things and all those. And I noticed that they have a Zoltar arcade thing now over
Do
by.
they really?
Yeah, I took a picture of it. Like, hey.
Wow. I'll tell you, I don't know if you're going to be wanting to go there the next few weekends because you know what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
It's high school, it's school
yeah.
district,
Yeah.
Kennywood days.
Yeah.
That's why I'm off the rest of the week because our kids, the school I work for is Kennywood Day is Friday.
Okay.
So they're going to be going. One thing that looks like has improved is security.
Yes.
And that goes to the district attorney of Pittsburgh in, I believe it was March or April, sending Kennywood basically an ultimatum
Oh, yes.
saying that they better step it up or he'll shut them down. Because of all the problems that happened last year.
Yeah.
With I believe it was shooting. There was a shooting last year.
Yeah, at the Fright Night.
And then there's always fights,
Yes.
and so I did see a couple things, people taking pictures and, that they are actually using the metal detectors that they had, I mean, last year, I don't even know if they even had people.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I know I would always have my bags inspected, and then that's where, like, towards the end of the season, where I was having trouble taking the gimbal in and different things and stuff, and then of course once that incident happened at their Fright Fest and
Yep.
everything, they got really strict there, and they was still strict during the Christmas lights because of everything. They are using the metal detectors. I will say that their security stuff that they're using looks like it's something that Disney World has with the X-ray type
Okay.
of camera where
Yeah.
they can see But they are, anybody that has a bag, you have to go over to their table no matter
Well,
what.
that's good. That's real good because I know that scared a lot of people away.
Oh yeah, it did. And I noticed right now, I know it was just the weekend. That type of crowd hasn't been here, but like you said, the school groups are going to start coming up and,
Well,
and different
I
things.
think doesn't this Friday start where they're going to be
Yes.
open every day now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing, that's one of the things. I mean, I'm disappointed they're closing like at 8 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock during the weekdays, but that's one of the reasons why they're closing early, because they come out there and hang out there for
Yep. Yep.
But
And I think they did away with the what is it, the general admission after
yes,
6 o'clock or something.
yeah, the
Yeah, you
nighttime
can't.
pass.
Yeah, you can't just go in there anymore.
Yeah,
Well, Ron always wanted to go on the Love Boat. Now, what's it called now?
the old mill,
The Old Mill.
because it was originally the old mill, and then it was
It was something
Harold
scary.
Haunted Hideaway.
Haunted Hideaway, and then
Haunted Hideaway, and then
Garfield.
Garfield, and then they put it back to the old mill, but they have kind of a scary theme to it with the skeleton. They use a lot of stuff. There was a ride called the Gold Rush ride that had, and you see these coyotes that are in one of the scenes, and they were in the Gold Rush.
It looks like they could add a lot more in there.
Oh yeah, I think they could too. I wish
because you
I wish
wrote
that's
it.
something they would work on.
Now you
That
did.
and the train.
You did ride it on your stream a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And going through there, yeah, I mean, you're expecting, okay, it's like a Disney ride.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a Disney ride. I mean, there's a lot of places you go through where it's just, walls on each side. So, Ron, we know why you wanted to go on that ride. Aaron wants to know who my mom's favorite child is. Right here. She said it again today. My mother finally admits it that I'm her favorite child.
That's funny.
What is that? Is that what the actual name was of it?
Yeah, that was the actual name. When he
I
did
can't even say that. Hard-headed Harold's horrendously humorous haunted hideaway.
And they actually have Harold in the old mill. That's what the little storyline is.
That can't be the actual name. Did they really have
the name? Yeah.
Did they really have the name up on it, or was
Well,
it
they
just
kind of did, but Haunted Hideaway was real big, and then that was up above it, like.
Oh my goodness! Whoever thought that one up?
Laundry. Yeah, everyone did call it the Love Boat, because I know my mom will talk about that too. The old mill being dark and whatever.
Jennifer, how dare you make Ron do laundry? Amy, did you watch the week that I had them on and her sons came in and crashed?
Yeah, Mike and Nick take over.
That was hysterical. She was so mad.
Yeah.
I mean, and I even made clips of it and sent it to Ron to his phone just so he could have it. Old Mill was very dark. Everyone called it the Love Boat.
Yes.
I could attest to that, in my younger days.
I'll tell you a ride I wish they would bring back in Disneyland. The DCA has it called the Golden Zephyr, and Kennywood used to have those at their park.
Yes.
Flying airplane or whatever it was, the Zephyr.
Yeah, and you can go up or down. Yeah.
It's like, bring them back. That's the whole time. Yeah,
Tony says it's very budget friendly. Actually, Tony, if you go buy tickets online, if you buy them at the gate, it's what, $69.99.
Yeah, it's expensive.
If you get them online, it's $39.99. But you can get a pass for what, $100.
Yeah.
You can get a season pass for $99.
Yeah, I pretty much paid for the Kenny. I have a premiere pass, so I can go to Kennywood, Idlewild, and Sandcastle. And one of the other reasons why I wanted to have it, if I go out to Hershey, I can go to the park that's in Lancaster, Dutch Wonderland with it.
Oh, really? Is that in
So
that
I'm
too?
hoping to possibly do that. But if not, I'll get my money's worth because I'll go to Kennywood a lot, but then I'll do Idlewild like when they start the concerts and different things.
Oh, look who decided to show up.
I've been slaving over a hot stove. Hello, Mike Cabral.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mike,
Kate.
how are things up in Canada? You still have snow? He is not telling the truth. But, so you're
He's saying
saying
it was going
so you're
laundry.
saying Ron is lying. I know where Ron went. Yeah. Everybody will know where Ron went. Was Garfield's Nightmare better?
I thought the Haunted Hideaway was better because
did
they
too.
used the outside. It
Yes.
seemed like more scenes and stuff was in there because they used the outside part of it that you could see from the inside and everything. Hello, Diana G.
King Kenneth is here.
Yes, I saw him there. Hello,
He's
Kenneth.
he's making sure everybody's behaving. We have the Golden Zephyr and you don't. Nah. Yeah, okay, Garrett.
Yeah, I made sure I rode the Golden Zephyr because I love those airplanes. That ride at Kennywood. It was above the stage, and it flew around the lake like.
Doug Doug only charges me $25 a week to be a mod.
Oh God.
Is that a good deal? Yeah, I have to pay Garrett more.
Yeah, Garrett's expensive.
Garrett charges ridiculous.
Then it keeps you up all night.
Yeah.
It just blew in. The first time that he ever did that, it kind of blew my mind because I went to bed at whatever time and woke up and Garrett was still on, forgetting that he was 3 hours behind, but still. I'm like, I just slept 5 hours.
See? Garrett, he charges $500 a month.
No, I wish they would bring back those types of shows, Tony. They used to do a stage show where kids from Point Park or maybe Pitt, Duquesne, that were singers and dancers, and they would do like different rendition type songs or whatever. I forget what some of the names were, but they don't do that anymore. And right now they're only doing musical acts on the weekends because they did their 125th anniversary for the month of May. Next month they're starting Food and Brews on the weekends where they'll have cultural foods at booths, kind of like a food booth, food and wine type of thing, but food and brew.
Okay. Can you see what that is?
A Penguins jersey or
What's it in?
laundromat.
That is a washing machine.
I
Ron sent me proof. So Steamboat Stevie says that he is the child our parents wanted. That may be, but after having you, they decided we could do better.
Yeah, I wish they would bring back like those shows because they were fun to like watch and that, but they don't do that anymore. Maybe eventually, and I know right now even Hershey hasn't. From reading different people, they had like the music box, and they would have a show like that. Now I think Idlewild still has a sort of a show like in the evening, but I don't know if they do it throughout the day because I've only been there like late day.
Yes. So, any plans on getting out here to Idlewild?
I might come out this weekend and go look around. I have to decide what day because I usually like to try to get out there early or at least.
Yeah, because they open what 10?
I think 10 or 11.
Okay.
It's just because it takes me a little longer to get out there, but it doesn't seem like it takes long to get home. But getting out there. It always seems like,
Oh yeah, because of
yeah,
traffic.
yeah.
Well, let me know if you're out this way.
Oh yes, I
I
will.
know Jennifer and Ron are going to be here. They're flying in tomorrow night, so I mean, even if they're too busy,
Yeah,
I got nothing to do.
yeah. I'm thinking about going out one of the days. I'm not sure which one.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Now you streamed the concert from there last year.
Yes, yes, and I have shown around the park, and that's a probably if I do it, I will probably stream. And I know they're gonna have the pool area open, but I'll show it like quickly. I don't like to really show a lot of it, but you can. It probably won't be. I don't know if the weather. I couldn't imagine being in that pool there, but if it's
Oh, that pool's going to be cold.
being busy, yeah, it'll be cold.
That was we would when we were kids we would go up there, and when they had just the regular pool with
Yeah,
the
that was
slide,
cold.
we would go up there, and I know that pool wouldn't be above 70 degrees until like July.
Because
So
my mom's family, like distant relatives, used to have family reunions there, and we used to go up there to Idlewild for the family reunions.
oh, did you see what Garrett said? He is so mean.
Yes. He's just mad because never got out to Disneyland, but he never tells me the actual date so I can plan to go.
Aaron, get off the Love Boat thing already. What is wrong with you? Just take a bunch of kids swimming, it won't be cold. Real funny, Chris.
Well, there'll be kids probably in that pool because in that area, they pretty much all have passes and they use the pool as their local pool because that one Ligonier pool closed.
Ligonier Beach, yeah. Somebody bought it. Somebody bought Ligonier Beach like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to raise funds. They wanted to give it to the township.
Yeah.
And they went to the township and say, look, if we can raise enough money, we'll operate it. The township can own it and they can get, and do. They started to do that and they got flooded.
Oh yeah.
There was a real bad flood. The creek came the whole way into the pool and into the filters, and I mean, just totally ruined the whole plumbing system of the pool.
Yeah.
So,
because we actually have a pool up by me, Mineral Beach, that closed. I thought somebody was buying the property to put up houses and stuff, but it's still sitting there rotting away. And it was a nice pool too.
yeah, it was. It was one of them pools you could just walk right down in. And I think that it's for a time they did have sand.
Yeah.
On the outskirts. So, but if you go up, you said that you've never been to the pie shop.
No.
Up in, okay. It's like 2 miles past Idlewild. Just stay on Route 30. You'll come into a little town called Laughlin Town. There's a yellow blinking light.
Oh, okay.
Right on the left-hand side. I think it's better than Oakmont Bakery.
Now, Kennywood's selling the donuts from that pie shop, but I'm sure by the time they get to Kennywood, they're not as like.
No, that's a different pie shop.
Oh, okay.
That's the one in Mount Pleasant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's one of them in Mount Pleasant. They do big mass, big orders.
Oh, okay.
This is just a little dinky.
Okay, place.
I mean, it's not big at all. But
I'll remember that if I go out there this weekend. Sometimes those smaller places don't open for the holiday weekends, but
maybe that's where I'll meet you at.
do.
I'll drive up there. I haven't had a good donut in forever.
And I usually when Steeler Camp opens, sometimes I'll go out one day and go out there and wander around.
Yeah.
The Steeler Camp.
Well, they were talking about, after the pandemic,
not going there anymore.
Did that pool have any duty? No, it did not have any duty. Oh, stop the love boat. Hashtag stop the love boat. The pie shop. I forgot all about that. May need a trip up there. Yeah, I mean it is, and it's something that, and I even said this to the head lady up there one day. I said, if you guys would open a store closer to either Latrobe or Greensburg,
Mm-hmm.
I said, do you know how much business you would get?
Yeah.
Because everybody drives the whole way out there. You
Yeah.
can get a dozen donuts. Now, these are big cake donuts. Okay. You can get a dozen donuts. Last time I was up here, it was $8 for a dozen.
Oh, wow.
And it filled a box.
Yeah.
Right,
That's a good price.
Oh, yeah. Way better than Dunkin' Donuts. And they have my favorite, maple icing with bacon on top.
Oh, wow.
Phenomenal.
Now I have to remember. Yeah, usually I've gone to the Banana Split Festival in Latrobe. Now I missed it last year, and then one other year they did it for a day, and I missed it too. But I also know you can go to the what is that restaurant? The Village Restaurant, Dairy Village, or whatever. They sell the banana split there because they supposedly are the ones that invented it.
Okay.
Or something like that. But they actually moved out of the town of Latrobe out on Route 30 in those new shopping areas that they built there. So they have their restaurant there.
Okay. Mike Cabral, did I hear donuts? Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Mike, if I go up there this weekend, I'll
I know, Jennifer. I want donuts now.
Yeah. Well, in fact, Saturday, that might be a good thing. Saturday morning, I'm going to go, because if you want the bacon donuts, the maple bacon, you got to get there early. Otherwise, they are gone. So if I go up there, I might leave here and be there by like 9 o'clock. Amy could meet me at 9. Then she could go to Idlewild. But yeah, when I go up there, I will definitely take pictures of it and post it because they are phenomenal. And they make all their homemade pies. They actually make homemade pizza.
Oh, wow.
The pizza is so good. How I found this place, we used to take bus charters for field trips up to Laughlin Town, which is right in the town this is. It's a tiny little town. And there was a little colonial hotel there that used to be a hotel back in the 1800s. And you take the kids up there and they show them how they used to do blacksmithing and shoeing horses. And it's called the Compass Inn. And so we would go up there. Well, there's nothing else up there.
Yeah.
So we would walk across the street and we'd have, breakfast with the donuts, lunch with the pizza, but yeah, it's just past Lynn Run, Dave. Just past Lynn Run.
Is it past the fort?
Yes. Yeah, you go past the fort and then you keep going and you'll see the sign for Lynn Run.
Okay.
Just keep going. Once you pass the fort, there's no other traffic lights.
Yeah.
You come and you'll see it. It's a blinking. It's just the middle of this town. There's
I've driven home from the 93 Memorial on 30.
Yep.
Usually I'll take the turnpike out and then I drive back on 30.
Okay. Oh, my bacon, Ron says. Oh. Listen, I feel sorry. On what date is it? I believe it's June 21st. I feel sorry for Whispering Canyon because the Good Brothers are coming for breakfast.
Oh, my.
It's 7:30. I got us a reservation for 7:30. And let me tell you, there ain't going to be no bacon left.
they'll be sending you out of the place.
Amy, you have to go down in June.
Yeah, it's kind of tight this year with
You
June.
got to get the Figment Magnet.
Magnet. Yeah, I've been kind of looking at it. I have to see. We have graduations and different things going, so
I have
that's the whole
graduations
thing.
too, but I said, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm going. this trip that I'm going on has been planned for like a year.
Oh yeah.
So but yeah, we got yes, they actually tape them. They put tape on the box. No gum band.
Yeah, they have a donut shop near me that puts the rubber band around the box, the gum band around the box.
Chris says the little piggy is going to the market. Yes, he is. Chris, you got to see if you can get in there that day for breakfast for you guys. And then if you can get a reservation, I can go early and they can sit us all together. 7:30. Make sure 7:30. Whispering Canyon on June 21st, I believe. So we did that with Carlos and Jeff and Angela, that we all had separate reservations, but they were around the same time. So
then they set you up.
Yeah, they sat us all together. Yeah, Wednesday the 21st, 7:30 a.m. So we're going to eat breakfast and go right over to Magic Kingdom for rope drop. So Jennifer Caruso will be right back. She's probably going to do the laundry. What time would we be done? Probably about an hour. 8:30, 8:45. But what's nice is, Chris, is we can just ride the boat right from Wilderness Lodge right to Magic Kingdom. Have a good night, Tony. Take care, buddy.
Good night, Tony.
Make sure everybody hits the like. And also, make sure you check out Amy's channel. There it is.
Yeah, I was looking at the dates of Yeehaw Bob. It seems like every time I've gone down in the last 2 trips he has been on his big vacation trips. He went to India, so it was dark. And then when I was there, one other time, poor Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, he drove down from wherever and was going to show it, but he was out on vacation again.
Yeah, I think we're going there the 22nd.
Yeah, that's what Chris has said.
Yeah, we're going there the 22nd.
Because I was like, oh, maybe I'd come down for that.
Hey,
Always looks fun when there's a whole group of people there.
Oh my goodness, there's going to be JD and his family, Chris and his family. I think Donna said she might come. Living in Magic, I think's coming. I don't know if the Carusos are coming up. I did mention it to them. Me and Steve will be there. That's what, we're going to have probably 20-something people there. So, I think this is our dream. I talked to Jeff last week about it, and I think he's going to try and get there. So,
yeah,
okay.
I thought Tommy said they were going to be away, unless he was joking the other night on Jeff's interview.
Who's going to be away?
I thought Tommy said they were going to be away, unless he was joking around.
Oh, Tommy's going to be away? Yeah. Oh, okay. They might be. I don't know if it's that week or not. She did tell me they were doing something, but Jennifer says she is going, and Jennifer is sneaking Oreos and milk. Real nice.
Real bad for chickens.
9:10 is the earliest you see. That stinks. How many people, Chris? I know you got like 15 people. But Me and Steve, actually, we have reservations the morning of the 22nd at Tutorial Al Forno for breakfast,
Mm,
which Jeff said is phenomenal.
yeah.
You know, he said that's one of his favorite breakfasts. So we're going to eat there, and that's at 7:30 also. And then we're going to go ride the boat over to Hollywood Studios. And I'm probably going to stream for a little bit, you know, in the morning. We're going to do just the morning. And then we're going to go back to the resort and rest and then go to Yeehaw Bob that night.
Yeah.
So, because it's a little warm down there in June.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking just me and JD that early. I mean, Chris, I can see if I can alter, because usually I can add on if it's just two of us, because all the tables are four. If you and JD would like to join us that early, you know, I can see if I can modify it.
June 22nd, Jennifer.
June 22nd. It's a Thursday, Jen. So you're going to take off work Thursday and Friday, come up. You're going to spend the weekend. Let's see if I can do
When
that.
does he play? What, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights?
Modify 7:30. Let's see if it'll let me do it.
Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll double check. Okay. Yeah, I could probably adjust that the whole way up because like I said, Chris, the tables are always for four. You know, the tables at Whispering Canyon are four people. So we're going to be taking a table, you know, no matter what. So check with JD and let me know. And I could probably get that changed at any time, you know, for the reservation. You guys can come over and join me and Steve for breakfast and then, you know, meet the family at the park or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard a lot of times, like as far as breakfast for me goes, like when I was with the family, we would kind of do what Jeff did, get that 10:30, whatever, where it's the half breakfast, half lunch type of thing.
Yeah, that's well, the thing about Whispering Canyon is it's all a sit down buffet.
Yeah.
So, you know, which it's similar to Ohana, but I actually liked Whispering Canyon's breakfast better than Ohana because I'm not a big ham person.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm not
they
either.
have the ham. Whispering Canyon has bacon.
Bacon, yeah.
The potatoes are different too. The potatoes they make with grilled. They have grilled onions and peppers with them.
Okay.
So they're
That's
really good. And then you get the Mickey waffle and
Yeah.
yeah, you get all that.
Yeah, occasionally I will do a sit down breakfast or whatever. I always just the commando in me get up and grab something on my out of my room, get on the bus and then eat the early lunch or whatever. There's times I have had breakfast like at Ackershoots or
oh
I've
yeah,
had breakfast at the place at the yacht club.
Ale and Compass.
Ale and Compass. I've done the Kona Cafe because I wanted to try the French toast,
Okay.
the banana French toast.
Now,
I wasn't sure what to expect with that whenever I got.
Ale and Compass is kind of. I was gonna get a reservation for there for breakfast until I found something out from Jeff. On they have a buffet breakfast too, but the part of the buffet that you like because it says you get the fruit, the biscuits and gravy, the whatever, and then you get a choice of one entree. Well, and I asked him, I said, so if I want more bacon, will they bring? He said, no, it's just like the biscuits and gravy. I said, well, then forget it.
Yeah.
He said, because I want my bacon.
Yeah.
Mike, I am going to be there let's see. I'll be there permanently. I'm getting there the 12th, and then me and Steve are going over to Kona Cafe for dinner. Then Magic Kingdom for the evening, just to watch the fireworks, and then the 16th, which I believe a Friday, is the I'm going to be there from the 16th to the 30th. So now I do have some days that I have 2 days that I'm volunteering at Give Kids the World Village. Father's Day, the 18th, I'm going over, and
That'd be nice.
yeah, I'm working the carousel. And then Friday the 23rd, which I scheduled this a while ago, not knowing we were going to Yeehaw Bob the 22nd. So it's like I'm gonna be like a zombie, you know. Bacon is a main staple. Yes, it is.
Now, how many hours when you volunteer there? How many hours do you do?
It all depends what department you do. When
Okay.
we did breakfast over Christmas,
Yeah.
and it was 7:30 to 10:30.
Okay.
Because that's when their breakfast runs. 10:30 they
Yeah.
stop, so we can clean up, and then they'll get ready for lunch. The carousel that I'm working, I believe it's 7:30 to 11:30.
Okay.
So I chose mornings because
Oh yeah. No,
it
I
ain't
would
going to
probably
be as
do the
hot,
same.
you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's no big deal. I have the whole rest of the day to go and lounge around.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I usually like to do
Make
everything
the change.
early, and then you go have the rest of the day and stuff.
Did you
That
see
is
that?
something I want to look into doing again.
Chris says make the change. You got it, buddy. We'll make sure. 1, 2. It'll be 4 of us. Wednesday the 21st, 7:30 a.m. Boom. Okay. Wednesday 21st, Whispering Canyon Breakfast. 7:30 a.m. 4 guests. You know, and it's funny because they make you put a credit card on file,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and I think they were changing the rules on how when you cancel or can cancel or whatever these days.
Okay. Yeah, we're in. We are good to go, Chris. You're very welcome. Now you're buying, right?
No,
Did I forget to mention that?
I'll be like, no.
Actually, because you guys are staying over Riverside, I don't know how you would even get over there. Because I don't think they have. Are you gonna have a car? These guys are flying, right?
Got the Uber or Lyft
Well, or me and Steve could
pick
pick
you
you up.
up. Yeah, you have to figure that out when it gets closer.
Yeah. You're welcome, buddy. It'll be great. And with us 4 guys, I might stream that because that could get pretty funny at Whispering Canyon.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever eaten there, Chris? Without how they gag? Amy, have you eaten there?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going to be the first one to ask for ketchup? Yes, we could pick you up. That's fine. Absolutely.
Have a good night, movie maniac.
I'm going to have my car down there, so my back seat's a little small. We'll make Steamboat Stevie cram in the back. Nick, have a good night. Thanks for being here, bud. Hey, Julie McCowan, how are you? Dinner, not breakfast. What do you mean dinner, not breakfast? What are you talking about, dinner? Put JD in the trunk. No, it's 7:30 a.m. Why would I want to go there for dinner?
Yeah, unless I'm like with my family there, I don't make, well, nowadays I don't really make too many reservations unless it's something I really, really want. But a lot of times, I mean, knock on wood, now that once the dining plan gets
Oh, for
back
dinner.
into play, then that's going to be a little different trying to get
Yeah.
last minute or 2 days before reservations, because if you're on the dining plan, you're going to need those reservations. So that's when that'll all change as far as trying to get into different places and stuff once that dining plan starts. So I mean, I usually plan one or two places and then just play it by ear.
Well, that's what right now I only have 2 reservations.
Yeah.
I have Tutorial Forno and I have Whispering Canyon. That's it.
Yeah, they're both good places.
Actually, I read today about the VI pass holder days in June.
Yeah.
All the food booths around Epcot, you're going to get your pass holder discount of 20%.
Oh wow, that'll be really a bonus,
Yeah.
especially if you're local and you're
Yep.
always there, like Jeff and Ange and all of them
Yep.
that go
So
there.
that's what I plan. I plan on eating around there,
Yeah.
at Epcot. And then I did tell Steve that I want to get fish and chips. I didn't get to get them last when we were there in December, but so we'll get the fish and chips. But yeah, I mean, I do want to go over because we have a little dilemma going on with Jeff. This our dream. As far as what the best burger on property is. He says the Stack Burger.
Yeah, the Steakhouse 71.
My brother says it is the burger over at the Riviera in the, I forget what it's called. It's a quick service.
Yeah, the Piata or something.
Yeah, it's the quick service place at Riviera.
Yeah, that's a pretty good quick service.
Yeah, he said that's the best burger he's ever had on property. So I'm going to do both, and then I'll decide which one's better. I've had the Stack Burger.
I've had the Stack Burger. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Now it was right when they opened.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've made it better, but with or without Heinz ketchup, it all depends, Jennifer or Jolie. It all depends. Like the Stack
I thought
Burger,
the Steakhouse 71 was good, and so did my niece.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't even have to put anything on it. It comes with it comes with some kind of dressing.
Yeah.
Something or some kind of sauce. But yeah, if ketchup is going to go on it, it would be Heinz.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No other ketchup.
Yeah, I'm a Heinz person, but I know that there are places that don't serve Heinz, so we just have to, if you want ketchup, it's the only choice you have.
Oh, Belinda's there. Sorry. We're at the band concert for our nieces. Now you're making me look bad. It's not our real nieces. It's her best friend's kids. So if it was my real nieces,
you would have went.
I would have been there. But they're too big to do sit down and quick serve. Well, I know, Ron. That's why I'm so confused on it.
Their quick service, though, at Riviera is pretty fancy. They have a lot of fancier foods and stuff like a hanger steak. I've had their pizza. I've had the pasta.
Yep. So one of the, so I'm going what is it? The 17th. I'm sorry. I do have a Steak 71 reservation. The 17th, we have it for lunch. So, I'll try that then. And the 16th, we're going to be in Epcot. So maybe
One park, one ride, one meal. We're at. Ooh, that's a tough one in there. One park, one ride, one meal. We're at.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty tough.
all right. Can we split it up, Chris? Or do they all have to be the same park? Like, because you could have your favorite park, your favorite ride,
Yeah.
and then a meal at a different park. Or do you want one park?
Well, if I was at Magic Kingdom, for me, the ride would hopefully be. I'll pick Magic Kingdom. The ride hopefully would be Big Thunder Mountain, and then one meal if I was to eat at Magic Kingdom. I usually do Tony's Town Square. I know there's mixed reviews. Personally, I've never had a bad meal there, but they can be off on a day here or there because I know other places I've been at, it's good one time and the next time it was flat.
Yep.
But I personally have never had a bad meal at Tony's and everything. I could go park by park, but Magic Kingdom,
Go for it.
Big Thunder Mountain, and one meal would be Tony's at Magic Kingdom, not
Go for
staying
it.
in the park.
Go to Epcot.
At Epcot, that's tough because I would say Guardians would be it now. Test Track was one of my favorite. Teppan Edu is usually a go-to for me at Epcot. I know you can go to places like that there, but for me, it's nice going there. I know you sit with other people, but I've always had good conversations and met different people from all over. The last time I was there was some families from the UK, and then they were flying back that evening, back to the UK because of the way their vacations go and everything. But it was a great conversation with everyone at the table. And
What was the favorite food you had there?
I usually get the steak and shrimp, and sometimes I'll add a lobster tail into it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I usually will do the lunchtime. I think it's all the same price. Or I know years ago they used to have a lunch price and a dinner price. Sometimes I'll add the lobster tail. It just depends on the funds and where I've eaten and stuff like that. But I usually do steak and shrimp.
Okay. All right. Hollywood.
Hollywood Studios. I know the Star Wars stuff's great. Slinky Dog is a favorite of mine.
That's actually my favorite ride.
Yeah. I really always want to ride Slinky Dog or Tower of Terror. It's hard with the restaurants there. I like the Primetime Cafe. That's where I work, but the menus have changed a little bit. I usually get the fried chicken now, but when I worked there and up until a certain point when they just went to one type of menu where lunch and dinner have the same menu, they used to serve a lunch menu that you got burgers. You could get a burger, turkey burger. They had like a lunch special, sandwiches you can get, and they had the greatest cheese fries that they made.
See, I think they need to go back to that.
Yeah. And
having the same menu for lunch and dinner.
And I mean, I know people love the way the Liberty Tree Tavern is, and that all you can eat. But their lunch menu, they used to have an a la carte where you could order just an entree, or you could get the Patriots platter. I'm not saying I don't like the Patriots platter, but myself going there it's not worth the cost because I don't eat a lot of the meat.
Yeah, no.
Now, I went with a group of people before. I ate whatever I wanted to and stuff. And it was going with a group of people, and I'm not complaining, but we enjoyed it more when you could choose if you wanted the all you can eat meal or the a la carte. But now they don't offer the a la carte.
Yeah.
Since then. But I
know it I know at Liberty Tree, now Dakota's 15, but Dakota doesn't eat a lot of the stuff that Liberty Tree gives you.
Yes.
So we asked them if they had a kids option, and they do. They brought her chicken tenders, tater tots, the macaroni and cheese, and they would bring her as much of that as she wanted, still with the
Yeah.
buffet. So, I mean, they do have other options. Even Chef Mickey's did that.
Oh, okay. That's
They had it. Now, since it's gone back to the regular buffet, it's up there now.
yeah.
Kid stuff. But when it was sit down during COVID,
They have. the
they would
special
still bring you,
Yeah.
And I think that's on our, because the last time we ate there, it was during COVID, and it was the home style buffet.
Yeah.
Now that they brought the real buffet back, where you have more options,
Selection and
where
stuff.
I think that's on our plan for December for me, Boyd, and Dakota. So I think I'm gonna try and get us in there for December. Other than that, I mean, me and Steve really aren't gonna do. I mean, I'm fine with quick service. I'm fine,
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't bother me. Go around. Oh, Pete McDevitt's son just won.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, he was streaming Preston's game tonight.
Yeah, I had seen that there.
Yeah, they just won. I had it on the big screen. So how about Animal Kingdom?
It's hard for me at Animal Kingdom because I'm there. Usually, I end up at the barbecue place, quick service. I want to try Yak and Yeti. I haven't really took the time to go in there for Yak and Yeti. I've done their outside part of it, but that's something I would like to do is go to Yak and Yeti. But a lot of times I'm always overly hot, and then a lot of times I end up going to Sanaa or just grabbing something quick and then leaving for something else. So
yeah,
but the ride at Animal Kingdom would be the Flight of Passage.
okay,
I enjoy the safari ride and I love Expedition Everest, but definitely the Flight of Passage is the ride that I would choose.
I know.
And I've done like the Rainforest Cafe in both places before, but and they're not too bad. They've changed. Everybody's changed their menu since COVID and stuff. So,
did you have you ever eaten at Tusker House?
Yes, I forgot about that one.
How was that? Jeff and Angela were just there for Mother's Day.
I enjoyed it.
Now
I was kind of like them where I started at breakfast. Like my time was a crossover, but it wasn't too much of a crossover because I think I actually had the lunch, or no, I actually did have the breakfast time, but it was already switching over. I've been to Africa, so a lot of the foods there, I enjoyed. So that part of it pretty good. I mean, it's not totally all, but it's African inspired type of foods and stuff. And Boma's a really good restaurant too.
I wanted to go to Boma, and Mr. Steamboat Stevie Poopy Pants doesn't want to go. He said he doesn't like the food there.
Okay.
Same thing with Beer Garden. He does not like Beer Garden.
Yeah, Yak and Yeti is owned by the Landry, so if you have the Landry card. We went a long time ago when it first was there, the Yak and Yeti, but I haven't personally been back. But I've seen a lot of different people with their menus and seen a few streamers in there and stuff like that. But I just never really taken the time.
Yeah, I've never eaten in there either.
To go sit down and eat. And a lot of times it's either Flame Tree Barbecue or I've eaten snacks and then moved on to something else.
I think that's the only good quick service in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is Flame Tree Barbecue. I tried what's the dino?
Restaurantosaurus. It used to be good when McDonald's owned it.
Yeah, it was not. It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And I know Belinda got pizza over at the pizza place. What is that?
Pizza Safari or
Yeah,
Pizza
something like that. And Dakota's they said the pizza there was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
The Santoli canteen's pretty good, but I have to be in the mood for a bowl type of food. I know a lot of people really like the Santoli canteen. I have to kind of be in the mood for that.
listen,
Korean beef, yummy, yes.
yeah, all the parks need wings.
They used to when I worked at Hollywood Studios, when it was Disney MGM Studios, they used to have a lounge above. Now it's where the Playhouse Disney or whatever that area was called, the sound stage. But
Yes.
they used to have a lounge above that. And I think it's now Club 33 above, like you go in through the Brown Derby and then you went up above, and they used to serve wings up there. Because when I worked at the Hollywood and Vine, they would cook those chickens on the rotisserie, and we would cut up the wings and send them over to the lounge. I can't remember what the lounge. If Mike Wheeler was here, he'd probably remember. But it was above like the soundstage restaurant or the soundstage quick service. There was a lounge there, but I think they made that into the Club 33.
Okay.
Over at the Brown Derby, because those two buildings are connected.
Right. Now I don't even have a reservation for Animal Kingdom.
I missed it on my last two trips.
I have 11 reservations made already because 6 of them were on property, 5 were off property. So I already have 11 reservations.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even count the days that we can just go after 2 o'clock without a reservation. And not one of them I have Animal Kingdom. I mean, I go to Animal Kingdom for Belinda and Dakota.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing really there for me to do. You know, I can't fit in Flight of Passage. They can't get me clicked in.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Everest. I can't, you know, I ain't going backwards. Dinosaurs too rough on my neck.
Yeah.
You know, with my arthritis, I mean, they'd have to take me out in traction. You didn't like Dinosaur either, did you, hon?
It was a little rough, but
It was.
Yeah, I have to look for the yellow back doiker. I think it's pronounced.
And yes, the last time me and Amy talked, I said that it was a mythical creature. And we actually saw it on Mother's Day. Actually, we saw it the last 2. We saw it Mother's Day, and then we saw it this past Sunday in its enclosure.
Yeah.
So I take
Maybe
back.
they got tired of people asking about it, so they finally caught it and put it out there.
Chris wants to know, if you were an Imagineer for one day, what would you add to Disney?
Oh man, that's hard.
I don't know that I would add anything. I would change something probably. I would put Figment back to the original Figment.
Yeah, that's a good idea there. Yeah, that's pretty tough because I know I've always had different
Have a good night, Mike.
I think I would do. I really wish. I know they have Toy Story Land, but they got a lot of wasted space between Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land, and that they should have done a Pixar ride with like monster. I know at DCA and Disneyland at Disneyland Resort at Disney's California Adventure, they had the Monsters Inc. ride. Why can't they do something like that with the Doors or yeah, I wish something like that. I think I would do more with the Pixar type of thing.
Yeah.
Because because I think there's just a lot of wasted space. I know they kind of opened up that back stage area, but all they have, and I'm not that I don't want to meet characters, but that's not really why I'm there. I'm there to, I like to explore different things of the history, and I do miss the original Hollywood studios, but I've gone there ever since it first opened, so I've
Right.
seen each of the inceptions of what they had done and all the different changes, but I think they have a lot of wasted space back there. Now, granted, the one building that you really can't go in anymore because that's where you used to go into the Toy Story Mania ride. That whole building's all the ride there, but on that other side, there's just a lot of wasted space.
Yeah, and I said that I've said that a couple times. They could put over where the launching bay is.
Yeah.
They could tear that all out,
Oh yeah, and move
and they
it
could
all
put a
over.
little Cars Land in there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just don't. I mean, it's probably money, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's. Listen. I'm sure there's Imagineers throwing ideas
I
all
wish
the
they
time.
would update Space Mountain a little bit smoother. Do the two seats on the actual coaster itself. The Disneyland Space Mountain is so much better.
Well, you know, the one in Florida was the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then they built the one. I guess they probably figured out what they, you know, what didn't work and did it in Disneyland.
Yeah.
I was shocked to find that out. I always thought Disneyland was always first,
Nah.
but no, yeah, the
The other
Space
way around.
Mountain.
I
would,
like what Chris said. Yeah, that would be a good idea there. That would be pretty wicked.
no.
We could
What
speed
I
through
would do,
history,
what
yeah.
I would do to Spaceship Earth.
There's a lot of
I
ways.
don't
to
know
do
if
it
you
like
remember
that.
this, Amy. When you went up to the top and you went around the Earth and you started down backwards, they had scenes
Yeah.
on your way down of the future.
Yeah.
You know, like I think they had a space scene where there were astronauts, and they had another scene of like future computers, and
Yeah.
the whole way down you would see things. I would bring all that back with updated technology. You know,
Hmm.
I would eliminate the little computer screens on the rides,
Yeah.
and I would bring back Walter Cronkite's voice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I miss Walter Cronkite's voice on there. With the original wording and stuff, because I know like with his thing when he went through the Michelangelo and stuff, that really was very
Yep.
powerful.
But yeah, I don't. And if you ride the ride, next time you ride the ride and you're going down that way,
It's all empty space.
it is all it is curtains up,
Yeah, with lights.
black curtains, and so I
Mirrors.
mean, maybe that was the refurb they were going to do
Yeah.
that they've put on hold now. Because you have to update it because it ends up at the top with Steve Jobs and them creating the Mac.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of things have happened since then,
And oh yeah.
you know. So hopefully they get that refurb going, and you know, and they could actually refurb it while they're running it because all that stuff's off to the side.
I would really wish they would do something with the Wonders of Life Pavilion. I mean, it's a shame that Body Wars is basically. It's just funny how Disney's leaving things to waste. And granted, who knows? It's probably all gutted where the Body Wars ride was. I know some of the other stuff might have been a little too boring or whatever about the body or whatever, but they need to put something in there or do something.
Chris wants a recliner for Carousel Progress. Yeah, I mean,
it's not like the first time I haven't slept on Spaceship Earth either.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Have you? I haven't been in the play pavilion since it was Body Wars. So I don't know what it was after that.
hmm They
I
made
mean,
it more of the festival centers when they used to do a lot more during the festivals.
mm,
They made it like that. That's the thing. I wish they would get back to the focus of like Flower and Garden. They used to bring in people, and you can go and to like if you were a really good gardener, and they had different gardeners come in and stuff. In fact, I think um, with Flower and Garden, I think Ange and Jeff like was on like one of the shows that used the Chew or one of those places. They were down there filming and stuff during that time, and they got on there. And like Food and Wine, they used to have wine pairing seminars and
well, they had that over. Was that near Canada? They had a little thing back in there. It's like a little convention center.
yeah, and the Millennium
Yeah, and
Hall
they
there.
even quit using that for stuff now.
Yeah, they stopped doing that.
So who knows what they're gonna do?
Yeah, that Body Wars ride was rough, if that's what Jennifer's saying.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. I know. I liked the Body Wars ride. One thing I would bring back, and above the Imagination Pavilion, where they have that new Mickey movie.
Yeah.
You remember what was in there? Cap,
Yes.
Captain EO.
Captain EO, yes.
That was always packed.
Yeah.
I mean, that, even now, if you would put that in there, back in there now, the technology that they used to make that back in the 80s was unbelievable.
Yeah, they did bring it back. Like they had it there, and then they did the course of Honey I Shrunk the Kids. And for some reason, I remember being at Disney when they brought it back for a short stint.
Yeah.
The Captain EO, and then that's when they did the Pixar and stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's I mean, there's a lot of things they can do. I think we would have seen a lot of different things had it not been for the pandemic.
Yeah.
I believe that the pandemic really hurt Disney.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, I believe that.
totally fine.
Because in 2019, I kind of wish I would have went to D23 then. I know that they had a D23, I think 2015, 15 or 16. But I know in 2019 when a lot of different content creators were out there and even just watching it and listening to all the different ideas and stuff like that they had and even Epcot suffered for it when with that because now we're only getting like one thing of Epcot that they actually literally had all these ideas and now
Yeah.
what Moana you took out a good fountain, granted it took up a lot of space, but if they ever finally get the statue in there and do whatever they were supposed to.
Well, it looks like they're almost done with the Common Core building.
Yeah.
Which will be, once they get that whole area done, that will attract a lot more people there.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with Disney the last few years is, they had these big attractions, they had these big areas that would draw people.
Yeah.
Splash
And they
Mountain drew
hadn't had 'em.
people, and their biggest mistake was closing Splash Mountain before Tron opened.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have anywhere to put
people.
all these people. And the same thing goes with Epcot. That's why, I mean, I still can't believe it's going to be a year that Guardians has been there.
Yes.
And they're keeping it a virtual queue.
Yeah. Open the line up if that's where people want to waste their time. I don't understand why it's still virtual queue. Unless I don't really understand Disney in general. And I'm very big on Disney, but with the hit of Mario Brothers and stuff, Universal, when that Epic Universe opens, is gonna it's gonna give them a fight for the money
Yeah.
because with the Mario, if the Super Nintendo Land or Mario Land or whatever that's gonna be, um, that's gonna draw these families because kids know Mario and they've seen the movie 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
I mean, Dawn of Hitchhiking Bones, our son Will and his son's seen it probably 4 or 5 times already, because kids know Mario and stuff.
Will they do another part? Chris, I just saw an article with Josh Damaro stating that they are their main focus right now is improving the existing parks. So what that basically means, they were talking about adding a 5th park.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's still in the plans down the road. But right now, their interest, from what the article said, is doing something in Animal Kingdom in that whole wasted space over in Dino Land. I think the Zootopia they want to bring in there.
yeah, I think
Magic Kingdom, they're looking at bringing, and they're already doing the
Tiana.
the Princess and the Frog and all that. They want to do a Coco, something Coco, and something. What's the other one? Villains, like a Villains Land. So those, I think, and here's my thing. I think the focus needs to be on refurbing the rides that you have now and fixing them correctly, that they don't break down every day. Because that's the biggest complaint, is that their rides just breaking down every day.
Yeah.
And when you spend,
I know some of it's technology. I know the other day, not them promoting different channels, but Park Hoppers was trying to do Ride It All Day, and Rise was down every other time that they actually tried to get on. It would go down. And I know there's technology, and if something's triggered wrong or somebody drops something on the track or whatever, it just it just shuts down. But it's funny because, like, you talked about that when I was at Disneyland, and I think Garrett had texted me, "Where are you at?" And I got in line for Pinocchio. Well, then the electricity went out there, but the problem was with Pinocchio, it's connected to the Seven Dwarfs ride or Snow White's ride. So that whole row of rides, they're all got shut down because the electricity got triggered. Or something got triggered there. It was funny because I was like, geez, like finally get in line for these rides. And they weren't down that long. Luckily, they're not like so technology like Rise where it takes a while to reload it.
Oh my goodness. Rise of the Resistance goes out at least once or twice a day. And that's sad because you take your children down there. You take your children down there, and that's the ride they want to go on.
Ride on,
And you're standing there waiting in line unless you pay the money to go ride it. You're waiting 180 minutes, and you get right up to it, and it breaks down.
Yeah.
Those kids are heartbroken.
Oh, I know. I that I know when my nephew and 2 nieces, we went in February of 2022. I actually bought us the Lightning Lane because that was the only ride my nephew wanted to ride.
Yeah.
Or not that was the only ride, but that was the must-do ride. And I don't usually, every once in a while, like if I'm myself or whatever, and I want to do Guardians twice or something.
Right.
But that was the ride.
Seriously, the only time we went to Animal Kingdom one day in December, and was it Flight of Passage that broke down?
I don't remember.
But, and that's like main draw at Animal Kingdom is Flight of Passage. You know, if that ride goes down,
Or Everest.
you
too.
see, or Everest, yeah.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
people
there's
leaving.
nothing
You
else
see
to
people
do.
leaving the park.
Yeah.
You know, why waste their time? But I know we
Okay.
went there, and we were only there, what, 6 hours? And we left? Yeah. Well, I mean, we got everything done we wanted to do, except for the... No, we were there 8 hours. Because
Yeah, Jennifer,
30.
that Moana looks really neat from the pictures and stuff I've seen, like going through there. The problem is, I think some of the parks kind of lost their identity. Of course, Hollywood Studios, when they started breaking off and
Hi,
doing certain
Mary.
things.
Adam and Blake, hello.
Hello,
Chris says he put a Ferris wheel in America at Epcot. I don't know if they
Hey.
have the room to do that with the stage.
Yeah, you wonder, Lou, how big of a Ferris wheel, because you already have the icon,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Orlando Eye icon, or whatever it is nowadays. I've never been on it, but
is the American Adventure back open?
I'm
know it
not
was-
sure.
I know it's been down for a long time.
It might be back open, but I'm not totally sure. Because the last time I was there at Epcot, I was there watching concerts and never really did much besides the shopping and Guardians and Test Track.
Jennifer, you and Ron are there a lot. Is the American Adventure back open? You know, I know it was under refurb, and you know,
Well,
that's a nice place to go and just cool down, and
Yeah.
you know, even to go
funny
in and watch
thing-
the Voices of Liberty.
The funny thing about the boardwalk, I know when they talked about it being built and that they were supposed to have a good night, Peter Pan 89.
Yep.
They had talked about that they wanted to put in like a mini roller coaster or something, because they were trying to buy a coaster for one of the amusement parks that had closed in Florida.
Okay.
But I think that's how when they built the water slide, it's a roller coaster themed. And of course, people complained about the scary clown or whatever. So that's why they put on the Mickey Mouse boring signage there.
Are they still planning the Mary Poppins?
I don't think so, but I could
Did
be
they
wrong.
take it off the table?
I thought they took it off the table, but
You know, and that's another thing. They have such wasted space over there.
oh yeah,
You know, that they could put a little Mary Poppins ride in there. And you know, because listen, when you walk back behind Great Britain and back where the stage is where the hooligans perform,
there's a lot of space back there.
there's nobody there.
Yeah,
You know, there's nobody back there, especially when nobody's back there performing.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Really, the funny thing is, like, he was talking about a Ferris wheel and stuff, and I was thinking, yeah, let's put one of those wheel of deaths that Monarch Moments has shown at California Adventure, but
Ugh.
it wouldn't even fit in any of the parks here. They would have to do a fit park with carnival, or no, I don't want to say, well, everything's like a carnival ride in a certain way, but
Yep.
but there wouldn't even be an area that would even fit that.
Yeah, I can't think of one. I mean, the only place I can think is Epcot if they tore out the launching bay, or not Epcot, Hollywood if they tore out the
Yeah.
launching bay. Epcot, I mean, they have room between Germany and China. You know,
Yeah.
people have been petitioning for years
Brazil.
to get another country put
Yeah,
in.
to get Brazil put in.
But the problem is when Epcot was built, all these countries that are there now,
Paid for it.
they paid for those
Yeah.
pavilions.
Yep.
And like Greece wants one, Well, Greece wants Disney to build it.
Yeah.
Well, why do they have to pay for it? You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a
Because Morocco actually paid for it up until the pandemic, and then they were pulled out, which is a shame because that Morocco pavilion. I mean, it's still nice, but it was really nice with the shops and everything.
I heard they're gonna do something else with it. It's not gonna be Morocco anymore. It's gonna be basically it's just gonna be the region. It's gonna be Middle East, like
Yeah.
I don't think it's
But
But
Morocco is in Africa. It's not in the middle. Well, I guess they consider that, but
oh,
it's
is it?
yeah,
It
it's
is
actually in Africa across from Portugal and Spain. And people forget that, but because it does look like
Oh
a Middle
yeah.
Eastern country, but it's not. It's actually across from Spain.
You know a
On
country
that,
I never a country that I thought would have been built? Egypt.
yeah,
I thought, yeah, and I think that was under discussion in the late '80s.
yeah,
When they added Norway, was that they wanted to do something with Egypt and have a pyramid.
yeah.
You know, but well, there's Mary. That they wouldn't call.
Yeah, Morocco used to run their thing, but since the pandemic and then Disney, they didn't want
Oh,
to pay for it anymore.
Chris is right. You know what they could do? And I just got this idea. They have that island out in the middle of the lagoon. They could put the Ferris wheel there.
There's go out there, and then people would complain like they did with the Stargates.
Oh, do you remember when they had the boats where there were boats on each side?
Yes, yes.
When did they take away the side over? I think it dropped off at Italy.
Yeah, they took off the Mexico to Germany route, but they do the other route, Morocco to Canada route. They do that
Okay.
one. But I wish they would bring it back, both sides, because there's times I know. I mean, it saved me to get over to like a dinner or over to America and didn't want to kill my feet. But but it would be nice if they did do both sides. I don't know why they don't bring both sides back.
Oh, Jennifer says Morocco still runs their pavilion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that because I had thought I had heard that they stopped paying for it and told Disney, "Here you go." But maybe
Yeah, I
they,
mean, because they totally stripped it out. There's nothing in it.
yeah,
So we'll see, But yeah,
because that's why they never had lights on illuminations and stuff like that. So
okay. Okay. So what do you got coming up soon? You got maybe Idlewild this weekend?
it might be Idlewild. I'm not sure yet. I have a niece. I'm kind of debating, but talking to people that live in that area, or in the Pittsburgh public schools, there's 3 high schools that have marching bands, and those 3 marching bands were invited to the Memorial Day parade in Washington D.C.
Oh
So
wow.
they're going down to D.C. I thought about some way of possibly going down Sunday, stay outside, hop on the metro, go to the part where maybe the beginning of the parade, watch them go by, and then get out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
'Cause I know talking to a few people that live in that area, I wouldn't go there with a type of thing. Yeah, I mean you do get all different types of people in DC and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
And Memorial Day weekend probably is not the best time. But that's a possible play like Sunday and the Monday type of thing.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but if I don't, then I'm gonna probably try to hit up some other areas around there. I've been going to Kennywood. I'm kind of tired of that. I kind of want to stream something different I might go all the way up to Erie to Waldameer, do Idaho one day, Waldameer, and or one of the zoos along the way, like the Keystone Safari or something like that.
We did that last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that last summer. Oh my goodness, it's on my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, I
I
watched
did
it. When
put,
you
oh
guys
my
were there.
goodness, when that, I don't even know what it was. What was it?
In fact,
An alpaca or something? Stuck its tongue the whole way in the window at Belinda. I mean,
I watched your stream because I was mad because that was like the one weekend I actually had something and you went up there and I'm like, if I didn't have this event going on, I would have been up there to meet you.
well,
That would have been fun.
that's a nice place. I tell you what,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very underrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. I tell people all the time, I said, I personally haven't been to the Pittsburgh Zoo in a while because I had a membership and then I kind of let that go just because where I live to get to the Pittsburgh Zoo sometimes isn't like, and
Right.
it's hilly and the
Oh.
animals are far away from the thing. And I said, these places, if you want your kids to get a little bit closer to the animals than
Yep.
the Pittsburgh Zoo, they're pretty good places to go to. And I've been to all three of the parks
Right.
that they own and everything.
Yeah, they have
So,
one up Grove City. They have one
Newcastle, and then
Newcastle.
out by Seven Springs.
Yeah, out in Donegal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to hit the one in Donegal. We're going to hit the one in Donegal this year.
What?
The
Living Treasures.
Living Treasures.
Living
Yeah.
Treasures, yeah.
But I want to go to the Pittsburgh Zoo, though. I haven't been there in a while. There's been some new tiger cubs or some type of little cubs.
No, thank you.
And
If I wanted to walk up a mountain, I'd do it out here. Where they put that zoo is the worst.
yeah,
place.
it's like
You
it's
just-
pretty hilly. Once you get up to the top, it's like
then it's
okay.
all downhill, on
Yeah.
the way out, but it's getting to the top.
But I haven't been there in a while, and like you said, on a hot day, it's pretty rough walking there unless you have the water and everything. But
Yeah.
but if I live stream it, you'll get to see how hilly it is and everything. Because I mean, to even enter the zoo, you go up an escalator that's practically 90-degree
Yeah.
angle on the mountainside there.
What? You gonna bark at me?
She probably is.
What do you want?
It's almost 9:00, Daddy. What
Oh,
do you think it is?
it's ice cream time.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Caddy Shack, Jennifer? Jennifer Caruso, the Caddy Shack go-kart and mini golf place and stuff. That's pretty fun. By the Donegal area.
Yeah. It's like that little they have little games and
Yeah.
bumper boats I think they have.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
But well, Amy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Thank
And
you.
listen, if you do get a chance to come down in June, let me know.
Oh yeah, I will.
And we will definitely, we'll party it out down there. But
Yeah, I might do a quick trip. We'll see.
Yep.
See what
Well,
happens.
I'll be there. I know Jennifer will be there. Kerr's family, JD will be there.
Yeah.
I think there's some other people coming down too. I think Paul Engel will be there. So, Belinda won't be. She'll be here working.
Yeah. You have a glitter somewhere. You're real
Rub
nice.
it in, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Don't
next
worry, Belinda.
Friday.
I'll be up here working, watching all those people.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I know I live there and I know what it feels like. And for me, it always felt like I was on a vacation because, like you said, I would get done with work and the parks are there, so I know what they do. And on my 2 days off, I went to Gatorland, I went to the beaches. I went downtown Orlando they used to have a place, I don't know, Rosie O'Grady's and some type of show area there. So I used to do a lot of different things and everything.
Well, I mean, it's just there's so many things to do down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. You could do something different every day,
Okay. Yeah.
you know. But well, awesome. Hopefully, if you do get out this way Saturday, shoot me a message.
Oh yes.
You know, I'll meet you at the pie shop. Get some donuts.
Yeah.
I might go up there Saturday morning anyway. Pie shop.
Oh, jeez. Oh, goodness. Him
Listen
in
to
the
her.
pie shop.
Oh, there goes $100.
Yeah.
And I got some ideas of different trips and stuff. So
Good.
I would love to get back out.
And then, are you going to Pete's meetup in August?
Yes. I'm planning on doing that. I'll be doing the weekend part of it and everything. So
Okay. Yeah, August is horrible for me because getting ready for school to start back up. But I was on a stream the other night, and I said he wanted me to bring him. What do you want me to bring him?
for Manny sandwich.
Yeah. And I said, I'm only 3 hours away. I said, I could grab Permani sandwiches and bring them down to you. He's like, oh, okay.
But well, that was the thing because the Pirates had played in Baltimore, and I said to my brother, I wasn't really paying attention to their schedule, and I'm like, oh man, I would have went down to Baltimore for the Pirates versus the Orioles, but
Yeah.
they didn't do too well except the very last day. So
Yeah. But,
yeah.
well, dear, it was great having you on tonight. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Take care of yourself.
Good night, Belinda. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, dear. Have a great night, and we'll
You
talk
too.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
That was Amy AJC Magic TV. Make sure you guys check her out. Her channel Wednesday night. She does trivia every Wednesday, and she does stream from the parks and from numerous locations. So make sure you check her out. So to let you know what's going on with me, I don't know if there will be a Hump Day Hangout next Wednesday. I don't have anybody scheduled. If anybody wants to be on, shoot me a message. If I don't get a guest, then I might not do it. And then the following week after that, I'll be on the road. So there will be no Hump Day Hangout that week. So, but make sure you check, keep your notifications on. Check my channel. I do have some streams planned already for in the future. I think it's the 14th. I'm streaming from Key West. Me and Steamboat Stevie are going to rent a golf cart and drive around Key West, Florida, and show you some of the old bars, the original Margaritaville, Captain Tony's Saloon. I'm sure we'll get chicken wings somewhere, Ron. So, and then I believe I have the 16th I have something scheduled. So, but just keep your notifications on. You never know when I'll pop up and start going live. You know, I have all my stuff with me. But thank you guys for watching tonight. Mom, I love you. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And I don't know if Steve's still here. I look forward. Yeah. I haven't been to Key West, Chris, since I was probably 8 or 9 years old, before my dad died. We would go down there because he had friends that lived in Marathon. So, and we're also going to stop and see Debbie Burnfield. We're going to stop, hopefully, and see the Carusos. So, but good night, Amy. Thank you so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure talking to you and getting your view on everything. Wings are different there. Oh, okay. I guess we're not getting wings. But yeah, if anybody wants to come on next Wednesday, shoot me a message. You can find all my information on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up. And if you're watching the replay of this, make sure you hit thumbs up and leave a comment. And make sure tomorrow go out and do something kind for somebody. It's always good to be kind. It's always good to share it. Okay? Everybody have a great rest of your week.
A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream